Well, greetings, Sequoia Council Scouters. Bob Showalter here. Welcome to the January edition of Roundtable Recap. I hope y'all had a wonderful holiday season, and I wish you the very best in the coming new year. With the new year comes New Year's resolutions. We all make them and break them, of course, but resolutions are a way of thinking about what is important to you and what kinds of changes would make you better or more effective or happier or whatever. So on that subject, here are a few scouting related New Year's resolutions you might consider. First, resolve to get fully trained for your position. In addition to youth protection training, every position in scouting has a list of training requirements that need to be completed. You can find the requirements for your position online at scouting.org under Adult Leader Training, or in the BSA Learn Center online at my.scouting.org. We'll leave a link in the recap. The majority of training can be completed online, and in-person courses are offered throughout the year. Check the calendar at sequoiacouncil.org. If you need assistance with training requirements or courses, check with your unit commissioner or district training chair. Next, consider a resolution to participate in your district roundtable. Roundtable is a great opportunity to network with other leaders, learn about what's going on, and help others with issues they might be having. You probably have skills and knowledge to share with your fellow leaders. Reach out to your roundtable commissioners and offer to help. I doubt they will turn you down. Why not resolve to improve your physical fitness? As part of the Scout Law, we promise to keep ourselves physically fit. But many of us as adult leaders are much less fit than we should be. This impacts our ability to enjoy the range of scouting activities available, and can even impact the ability of our scouts to participate in those activities. Set an example for your scouts by working to improve your fitness. And finally, consider a resolution to support the Friends of Scouting campaign. As adult leaders, you are already making invaluable contributions of your time and talent by working directly with youth. But the fees that participants pay for activities only cover a portion of the overall cost of scouting locally. The rest of that support comes from direct giving through the Friends of Scouting campaign. If you are in a position to do so, consider a contribution of any size to help support the infrastructure that makes the scouting program possible. For more information, reach out to your unit commissioner or district executive. Those are just a few scouting New Year's resolution ideas. If you have others, reach out and let us know. For our safety moment this month, I'd like to turn to an important section in the Guide to Safe Scouting. I'm sure many of you have seen or heard of a scenario like this. It's popcorn sale or scout card sale time, and your cub master or scout master wants to boost sales. So he or she tells the scouts that whoever sells the most popcorn or scout cards will get the opportunity to throw a pie in the leader's face. The scouts love it, and it's a great way to encourage selling. Have you seen it used? I know I have. But did you know that such a practice actually violates the prohibited activities section of the Guide to Safe Scouting? The Guide to Safe Scouting contains the policies and procedures that govern the safe conduct of all scouting activities, and as leaders, we agree to comply with those requirements. You can find the Guide to Safe Scouting online at scouting.org. Again, we'll leave a link in the recap. The prohibited activities section says, quote, some activities considered by youth and leaders are not compatible with the scouting program. Some have unacceptable risks that have been confirmed by serious or even fatal consequences. Others are not compatible with the Scout Oath and Scout Law, unquote. It goes on to say that the activities listed are strictly prohibited as part of any scouting program. The relevant sections here are sections 14 and 15. Section 14 prohibits, quote, activities where participants strike at each other, including martial arts, boxing, combat games, gladiator games, and reenactment activities such as live action role-playing games and Society for Creative Anachronism activities. And section 15 further prohibits, quote, activities where participants shoot or throw objects at each other, such as rock throwing, paintball, laser, or archery tag, sock fights, or dodgeball, unquote. The National BSA says that throwing a pie or someone or striking someone with a pie is not allowed under these provisions. So what do you do? Well, you might consider alternative rewards for meeting sales goals. Give a pie that you eat, not throw, as a reward, or have a special event for those who meet the goal. Be creative. Did it come as a surprise to you that a pie in the face might be problematic? I know it did for me. This might be a good time for you and your leadership team to spend some time and review the Guide to Safe Scouting to refamiliarize yourself with its provisions. Well, thank you again for all you do for the youth in our community. Your contributions truly have a long-lasting impact. And with that, I'll now turn it over to Council Program Director Luke McNeese for this month's program updates.
Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. And I wasn't aware of that either. I've taken and given pies in the face. So thanks for keeping us up to speed on the Guide to Safe Scouting. There's still time to register for winter camp. We'd love to see your Scouts BSA youth and adults at that event. A couple weeks after that, we'll have our Scouting Anniversary Week celebration that first week of February, 5th through the 12th. And then we'll have scouting for food collection sites, flag retirement, scouting for food drives on Scout Sunday at your charter organization, and continuous campfires throughout the council. It'll be a giant week celebrating the anniversary of scouting with service for our community. Scout card sales are coming up. Pre-orders are going to be available in January. February 23rd, we'll do online or in-person Scout Card Coordinator training. We'll distribute the Scout cards in March, and then final payments will be due in May. It'll be a great opportunity for Scouts to earn their own way to their summer programs or fund their Crockett card for next year. University Scouting at Merit Badge University will be March 5th at Northeast State in Blountville. It should be a great day for adult leaders to participate in adult leader training. We'll have Cub Scout and Scouts BSA leader-specific courses that day, as well as some other supplemental adult leader training. And then we'll have a great lineup of merit badges as well for our Scouts BSA youth. And later in March, we'll have a Cub Scout STEM Adventure Weekend. So at that event, we'll be doing rockets and robots and science and volcanoes, and it should be a great weekend. New. So an exciting plan that has been cooking for a while that I'm ready to launch this year or this time is what's going to replace our Expo weekend. So when you think of the Scout Expo, and the intent of the Expo program it's to have an exposition for the scouting program and to really show off what we do in scouting. And with it being the 50th anniversary of Camp Davy Crockett, we want to find a way to show the public Camp Davy Crockett, one of the best places to do scouting in the country. So we're going to do that through a Scout Expo at camp. So this is going to be a public-facing event that's at Camp Davy Crockett that has a handful of components to bring the public to camp. So we're going to have a car show that day. We're going to have the Crockett 5K that day. We'll have a Council Pinewood Derby with two different divisions, where one is pre-built cars, one will be cars that we build on site. So we'll be cutting Pinewood Derby cars out, painting them, getting weights added on them, all as a part of that event and activity. We'll have a Cub Scout Carnival that day, and then a program that has been around for a long time that we're excited to bring to our Scouts BSA program, and that's going to be a soapbox derby race that day at Camp Davy Crockett. So this is going to be the race days at Camp Davy Crockett. So we're excited to have a car show, a 5K, a Pinewood Derby, a Cub Scout Carnival, and then our race days in our soapbox derby race for our Scouts BSA youth. It should be a fantastic event. A majority of the event will just be a day only event. More details to come about that weekend as we continue to get closer and closer to that weekend. Don't forget that National Youth Leadership Training registration is live, so that is limited to 48 spots. That'll be July 4th through the 8th, and then Summer Camp 2022 will have an amazing summer at Camp Davy Crockett with Cub Scout program, Scouts BSA program, Specialty Week, and much, much more. So we will see you soon on the Scouting Trail. Thanks.